Last week, Jason did a silly experiment to show us that the US is only half the size they claim it is. Today, we'll have someone do a better experiment, and the results he gets... oh boy.
He is coming. Cover your butt.
Last time, I criticized Jason for failing to simply measure the distance he travels in order to measure how big the US is. Well, Enslaved by No Media does just that. He measures the distance he travels.
Okay guys, clock in the car just hit 8:04. You see my trip odometer. I have to zoom in just to show you my trip odometer. That's something, huh? So let's just zoom into almost how I see it. It's still backed off, but we're going to the grocery store 2 miles away.
Okay, so far so good. Enslaved will be using his trip odometer in his car to check the distance of a known location. According to Google and other map websites, his local grocery store is 2.1 miles away from his house. If the US is really half the size, then the trip odometer will read 1 mile at the end of his trip. So, what are the results?
Please realize that all roads are set up in ways to pretty much slow you down.
Okay. So what? Let's pretend for a second that you're correct, and roads are set up to slow you down. How would that affect the distance that you traveled? You're using your trip odometer to figure out the distance. It doesn't care how long your trip is. It only cares how far you go. So spit it out. How far did you travel?
This is all very intriguing to us, and we definitely have this truth, and it's what all the large flat earth channels, all the conspiracy channels are doing. They're hiding the truth that the map system, even down to the local level, is all to protect the United States being half the size.
How does slowing you down even help hide the actual distance you traveled? You don't need traffic or lights to cooperate with you in order to measure the distance you traveled. Just pick 2 spots, measure the distance, and compare it to the official story. Done.
Even when showing you this proof that it takes a while just to get to the grocery store 2 miles down the road in a straight line, I still want to get there as quick as possible. This is ridiculous how they've slowed us down wherever we go.
I know, traffic sucks, just, you know what? Fuck it, skip.
Right, I want you to see the trip odometer. It's gonna zoom in so you can see it. It matches pretty much what Google Earth tells us, and you see the clock. I'm showing you this because we're getting close.
Okay, great, that settles it. Google and other sources said that it should be 2 miles. And it is. Wait, what? You just measured the distance yourself, and you acknowledged that it agrees with the distance given by maps. How? How can you still say that the US is half the size when the measurements that you took don't agree with your conclusion? This is a whole new level of delusion. You're not even willing to accept the measurements that you took yourself. This goes far beyond an unfalsifiable claim. You have reached a point where reason has lost all meaning.